Hello everyone, welcome to this English class. So today we are going to start another lesson which is about reading. So let's get started with me. Once again, let me say hello to everyone. I hope that you're doing well. And alright, so today we are continuing our unit 4, which is about eat, drink, and be merry. And lesson 4, reading. And we're going to read about the dinner in the sky. So before starting the class, I would like to remind you that you have to keep social distance and you may wear your mask when you're going outside. And yes, using gel very often after you holding or carrying something from somebody else. Right? So stay safe at home. Okay, stay away from COVID-19. So let's get started with our today lesson. So before we start a new lesson, I would like to take homework for you because I assigned you last week to do this homework. And this homework, there are two main points, which is number 6 and number 7 here. So number 6 is about new stories and number 7 is about past simple or continuous. So let's get started with the first one. So they want us to read the 3 new story here, okay? And then they wanted to put the phrases in the each blank here. So here I've shown you already that I have prepared the answer for you. And the first one also has been done for us here. So I will read this for you. So here are the 6 phrases that we have to choose and complete in this one. And as you can see, I made it for you already. So number 1, while he was swimming. Number 2, who was digging in his garden. Number 3, who was driving dangerously. Number 4, as I was planting potatoes. Number 5, where his parents were waiting for him. Number 6, because he was going to visit his mother. So let's get started with the first news story, China champion. 12 years old, Jamie White became one of the youngest people to swim in the English Channel when he completed the 21-mile crossing yesterday. The journey took him just under 12 hours to complete. He drank hot soup, and this is number 1, while he was swimming, because he felt so cold in the water. The most difficult part was avoiding all the boats, said James. He was exhausted but proud when he finally reached the coast of France. And this is number 5, where his parents were waiting for him. So we go to the second news story. Blind driver arrested. Police in Kentucky stopped a 31-year-old man, Daniel McCarthy, and number 3 here, who was driving dangerously and then discovered that he was blind. He had his dog with him, said the police spokesman Marlin Kateberg. McCarthy said he only recently lost his sight. He knew the road very well, and number 6, because he was going to visit his mother. His dog was trained to bark once at a red light and twice at a green light. McCarthy lost his driving license. Okay, letter C, man finds Roman coins. A pensioner, number 2, who was digging in his garden, found a pot that contained over 1,000 silver coins. Experts said that the coins dated from the 3rd century AD, when the Emperor Carus ruled ancient Britain. The pensioner, Mr. Alfred Perkins, explained, my spade hit something hard, and this is number 4. As I was planting potato, it's so exciting to hold a coin in your hand that someone used to buy bread nearly 2,000 years ago. Wow, that's so nice. Now we go to number 7, past simple or continuous. Write the verb once in the past simple and once in the past continuous. So this lesson we started already. So here we have the verb have, and the first one has been done for us. Number 1, I went to Harry's party last night. Did you have a good time? This is past simple. Number 2, they were having dinner when the phone rang. So this is past continuous. And let's get started with number 3 here. When I left the house, it was raining, so I took my umbrella. Okay, so was raining, we use the verb rain and we change it in a past continuous tense. Was raining. Number 4, did you have good weather for your wedding? No, it rained all day, but it didn't matter. So this sentence we use past simple tense. Talk. Number 5, you were on the phone for ages. Who were you talking to? So this is past continuous tense. I had a problem with my neighbor, but I talked to him and it's okay now. So this is this condition we use past simple tense, talked. Now we got another verb, where. Number 7, when I saw Bella, she was wearing a beautiful red dress. She looked stunning. Okay, past continuous tense. And then number 8, what did you wear for your interview yesterday? A suit and tie. So we use past simple tense for this one. The last verb, which is live. So number 9, I lived in Rome when I was a child. Number 10, I was living in Rome when I met my first wife. Okay, so we use past continuous with the last sentence here for this situation. Great, guy. So now we have checked our homework already. I hope that you will verify this answer with your own, right? So let's move to review our lesson. Still remember it? What did we study last week? Of course, last week we studied about article, right? So yes, as you know that article mostly, okay, commonly we divide into 2 different types of article: definite article and indefinite article. So for definite article we have the, yeah, and for indefinite articles we have 2 articles, and earn. Okay, and earn. So yes, we know that we use and earn with the singular countable noun, the noun that we can count, but a singular one. And we use earn in front of, okay, we use earn with what? We use earn with the noun which start with vowels in terms of apple, yeah. And we use with what we refer to what we used to say, we used to talk about already. For example, we say I have 1 dog and 1 cat, yeah. So we can say the dog is black and the cat is white. So that's why we use the here in the second time. I mean, we get familiar with what we are talking already, so we use the for this one. All right, so just a quick review on this one. Let's move to our new lesson for today. So yes, as promised, reading Dinner in the Sky here. So by the end of the lesson here, you will be able to read the passage about the dinners in the sky fluently by reading practice. So I will read it for you twice, and then you also can practice by your own pace as well. And you will be able to define some relevant vocabulary regarding the dinner in the sky. So some relevant vocabulary in the article as well. And you'll be able to comprehend how people have dinner by reading and watching I prepare for you. So when we hear having dinner in the sky, it sounds unusual, right? It sounds weird or strange for us, but it happens in some areas in the world here. So let's get started and check whether how it's going. So here we go. We have actually we have 3 different passages or articles. So, but I decided to get one to work with you today. So we have dinner in the sky, we have tar undersea restaurant, and we have beggars restaurant. So I choose the first one here, dinner in the sky, to share with you in this teaching video. Before we start passage, I would like to pick up some relevant vocabulary to share with you first, in order to let you have basic ideas of some keyword, and then you can read the passage effectively. So the first word we have excitement, which is a noun. It means great feeling, or the feeling of great or good enthusiasm. Crane is a noun. It means a large tall machine, or someone said truck or machine used to move or lift the heavy stuff. Okay, the heavy object or stuff. Okay, chef. Okay, it is a noun, so it means professional cook or skilled cook, the one who is skillful in cooking. Belgium. Okay, it's a noun. It's a country in the Western Europe. You can see the map here, and Belgium have the border with New Zealand, Germany, France, and Luxembourg as well here. Another one is organizers. It's a noun. It means that a person who arranges an event or activity, who prepare, who arrange the meeting or the event. So we can say organizer. Ton is a noun, a unit of weight of equal to about 1,000 kilogram. And sunken, which is a word. It means to leak or to break. Guest is a noun, a person who is invited to someone's house or particular occasion. And loo is a noun, to refer to a toilet. Last one is descend. It's a verb. It means to move downward or to go down. So yes. So here are 10 keywords. I chose it from the passage, reading passage. So let's get into the reading passage, and then we're gonna read it together. I will read it twice for you. Before we read the passage, I would like to let you think about this question and try to answer by your own. Are there lots of places to eat and drink in your town? I think you also think like what I'm thinking right now. Yes, of course. And what are they? We can say we have the pub. We have a street shop. And where did people eat and drink 100 years ago in your country? Some people they eat it at a traditional pub. Also some people they eat and drink at their relatives' house, or some people they can eat it or drink in the forest. Okay, so now it's time for us to take a look and read the passage about dinner in the sky. So here is the title: No ordinary place to eat dinner in the sky. So the fact file is say 50 miles up in the air, a table 9 meter by 5 meter, dinners hang from a crane. There isn't a loop. So this is the fact file about the dinner in the sky. I read it twice. I read it 2 times. The first one I will read word by word slowly because we are focusing on reading for this lesson. So I would like to read it twice, spend most time on reading, and then we can move forward the other stuff. So let's get started and read with me together. Dinner in the sky is for people who want more than a little excitement when they go out to eat. They sit at a huge table which hangs from a crane 50 meters in the air. It's not a good idea for people who are afraid of heights or for those who don't have much money. It cost £10,000. The 22 diners wear seat belts and relax and enjoy the views while the chefs prepare the finest food in front of the restaurant opened in Belgium in 2006, but now has branches in Paris, Dubai, Florida, and Las Vegas. David Giesel's Belgian organizer says, "We realized that people were bored with going to the same old restaurants. They wanted to try something different. The sky's the limit with us. The crane is checked carefully before every sitting. The table is 9 meters by 5 meters and weighs 6 tons. In the center, there is a sunken platform for the ship and 2 waiters. The food is delicious, but most guests don't feel like eating until after a few drinks. Then they also get the courage to look down at the ground where tiny people are looking up in the amazement and viewing. Dinner in the sky is very exciting and the food is good. But there are problems. For example, even in quiet weather, conversation is difficult because of the wind. Guests shout to each other across the table. Also, the loo. You can't go to the loo until the table descends again. Difficult for some, but later back on Earth, after a visit to the loo, the guests have a great experience to talk about. So I finished reading the first time. So I'm going to read another time, and then I'm going to point out the vocabulary that I had informed you earlier in the keywords. So let's get started with the normal reading. Dinner in the sky. Dinner in the sky is for people who want more than a little excitement when they go out to eat. They sit at a shoot table which hangs from a crane 50 meters in the air. It's not a good idea for people who are afraid of heights or for those who don't have much money. It costs £10,000. The 22 diners wear seat belts and relax and enjoy the views while the chefs prepare the finest food in front of them. The restaurant opened in Belgium in 2006, but now has branches in Paris, Dubai, Florida, and Las Vegas. David Gisel's Belgian organizer says, "We realized that people were bored with going to the same old restaurants. They wanted to try something different. The sky's the limit with us. The crane is checked carefully before every sitting. The table is 9 meters by 5 meters and weighs 6 tons. In the center, there is a sunken platform for the chef and 2 waiters. The food is delicious, but most guests don't feel like eating until after a few drinks. Then they also get the courage to look down at the ground where tiny people are looking up in the amazement and viewing. Dinner in the sky is very exciting and the food is good, but there are problems. For example, even in quiet where the conversation is difficult because of the wind, guests shout to each other across the table. Also, the loo. You can't go to the loo until the table descends again. Difficult for some, but later back on Earth, after a visit to the loo, the guests have a great experience to talk about." So I will show you the highlight word. As the first one is excitement. Second one is grain. Third one is chips. The fourth one is Belgium. And the fifth one is organizer. Sixth one is tones. Seventh one is sunken. Next one is est. And this one is Lu. And the last one is since. So here are the 10 keywords that I had just gives you the meaning. So now let's answer this question. There is a question for us to get started with. So they want us to answer the question about the restaurant here. So where is the restaurant? Yeah. So take a look at the information in the article here and find out the answer for that. For example, like number one, where is the restaurant? So we know that the restaurant is in the Belgium, right? Yeah, of course. So in what way it is unusual? Yes, of course, it is unusual because it is in the sky. And where did it happen? When did it happen? So it happened in 2006. And what's on the menu? Is it good? Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, it's surprising. I think it's interesting as well. And it's somehow good for some people and not for some people. And how expensive is it? As we can see here, this stated that it costs £10,000. And the last question, are there any problem? And here they mention there are problems, okay? Like for example, people, they have to shout to one another when they have just quiet, or we can say a weather conversation. They have to shout with one another because there's air wearing. And also there's no loo for you. If you want to go bathroom, there's no, so you have to wait until you descend, until you get down. Okay. All right. So I'm going to share you a very short video from Insider here, Dinner in the Sky. So you can watch this video. So let's get started. Okay, so yes, this is a video proving that there is a dinner in the sky. And yes, of course, it is very creative and it is also interesting for that one. So can you see this one? Okay, this is £10,000. So I want to share with you the symbol of pound here. Let me draw this for you. Let me check it. Okay, so it look like this. All right, so what else? Okay, like this. It's similar to this one. Okay, we can say. Okay, it looked like this is pound, and another one is dollar US. So you know, it's look like this, or we can have two lines here. And for us as Cambodian, we also have a real here. Okay, Yes, we have this way. Okay, and this way. So yes, this is the currency symbol of euro. This is dollars, and this is real, Cambodian real. All right, so let me erase it, and then we can move on to our next stuff. Okay, so I hope that you can catch up with the reading and also the video here about the dinner in the sky here. So let's move on to the wrap-up activity. So what is the reading about? Of course, the reading is about the dinner in the sky, right? Isn't it? So it is very creative one, and it is really interesting for everyone. Second question is, where is it? As we know that the passage mentioned, um, it is in Belgium, right? It is in Belgium. And the last question I would like to ask is, if you were given a chance, would you like to try it? I mean, if you were given a chance to have a dinner in the sky, would you like to get it? I hope that you will get some adventures on it. It is nice, right? It is good to try something different here, right? So I think, yeah, this time is time for having homework. I want you to write a short paragraph about the impression on the dinner in the sky. So after reading, after watching the video, and after my explanation, so I want you to share your ideas within your short paragraph, your ideas or your impression on the dinner in the sky. So what do you think about it? So just write down a short paragraph on this one. You can send it to me either here, or you can send it to the group. That's okay. And yes, if you have any question regarding the doing homework here, if you are not really clear yet, please you can ask me personally or in the group. That will be fine. And I hope that you will do this homework and then stay safe and sound. Thank you everyone. Goodbye everyone.